If you think Hollywood has drama, wait until you hear about Shin Sang-ok and Choi Eun-hye of South Korea. They are golden filmmakers and actress duo who found themselves kidnapped by North Korea, forced to make movies for the dictator, and then plotted an escape straight out of an action thriller. Their story has everything: fame, betrayal, forced labor, and even a Godzilla-like monster. Lights, camera, kidnapping. In the 1950s and 60s, Shin Sang-ok was South Korea's top filmmaker, earning him the title of Prince of Korean Cinema. His wife and star of many of his films, Choi Eun-hye, was South Korea's leading actress, and together they were a cinematic dream team, producing hits like A Flower in Hell and The Love Story of Chongyang. But in the 70s, their careers and marriage had hit rocky terrain. They divorced. Shin's films were flopping, and South Korean censors weren't doing him any favors. Enter Kim Jong il. Yep, North Korea's film loving dictator to be, who had a bold plan: kidnap them both, make them his personal Spielberg and Meryl Streep, and elevate North Korean cinema to Hollywood standards. Choi was the first to go. In 1978, she was lured to Hong Kong with promises of a big movie deal, only to be snatched by North Korean agents and shipped to Pyongyang. Shin was concerned for his ex wife, so he went to investigate, and surprise, he was kidnapped too. Let this be a lesson: don't play detective in a spy movie plot. Welcome to Pyongyang, Kim Jong il's film festival. For 5 years, Shin and Choi were kept apart. Shin spent much of the time locked up, enduring re education and surviving on scraps, not exactly the Hollywood catering she was used to. Choi, meanwhile, was treated more like a guest, but only by North Korean standards. In 1983, Kim Jong il decided it was time for a reunion. He invited them to a fancy dinner and announced they'd be now working together. For him, romantic? Not quite. Strategic? Absolutely. Kim Jong il was obsessed with movies and saw Shin and Choi as his ticket to global cinematic domination. With nearly unlimited resources, Shin directed 17 films during his time in North Korea, with Choi often starring in the movie. Think of it as an involuntary Netflix deal with no option to cancel. The movie's propaganda with a side of irony. The crown jewel of North Korean filmography, Pulgasari, a bizarre monster movie about a metal eating creature that helps peasants overthrow an evil feudal lord. The irony of making a movie about rebellion while being held captive was probably not lost on Shin and Choi. Their films were technically superior to anything else North Korea had produced, and Kim Jong il couldn't get enough. But Shin and Choi had a different agenda: survive, play along, and figure out how to escape. The Great Escape. Oh, they absolutely had security. North Korean style security, which means they were basically shadowed by government minders the entire time. These handlers, quote unquote, were there to keep an eagle eye on them, ensuring they didn't get any funny ideas like, escaping. But here's the kicker: Shin Sang ok and Choi Eun-hee were so trusted by Kim Jong il by this point that their security wasn't exactly airtight. Kim had convinced himself that Shin and Choi had seen the light of North Korean ideology. After all, they had made him Pulgasari and other masterpieces. They hadn't tried to run during previous trips abroad for film promotion. So while they were being watched, it wasn't the kind of paranoia you'd expect from a regime that kidnapped them in the first place. So in Vienna, they played the game perfectly. Shin and Choi acted like obedient, brainwashed filmmakers who were grateful to their leader for their success. This made their guards a little too comfortable. When Shin and Choi saw an opening to slip away and head for the US Embassy, they took it. In a move worthy of a spy thriller, they bolted to the US Embassy and begged for asylum. They were granted protection and flown to the United States, where they became global icons of resilience. So, how was life after escape? The duo settled in the US, where Shin dabbled in Hollywood, directing Three Ninjas, Knuckle Up. It was actually a cult favorite in the 90s. Eventually, they returned to South Korea, where their unbelievable story captivated the nation. Though their relationship remained platonic after the escape, they stayed close until Shin's death in 2006. Choi passed away in 2018, leaving behind a legacy as both an actress and a survivor of one of history's strangest cinematic sagas. The story of Shin Sang-ok and Choi Eun-hee is a reminder that creativity can thrive even under oppression. They turned captivity into a platform for subversive storytelling, subtly criticizing their captors while creating films that still resonate today. Their tale also highlights a universal truth. Dictators might control people's bodies, but they can't suppress their spirit, or their sense of irony for that matter. As Kim Jong il dreamed of cinematic glory, Shin and Choi were busy planning their escape. In the end, their story isn't just about survival, it's also about the unbreakable power of human spirit. And let's be real, if Hollywood ever makes a movie about their lives, it's guaranteed to be a box office hit. I hope you found that interesting as much as I did. I can do more. Just let me know in the comment section. Also, please give this video a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And share the video if you can. That is really what's helping my channel. Also, please follow me on Patreon. We do have a free membership. If you want a community where you can actually feel free to express your opinion, unpopular ones, for as long as you can say it, as long as you say it respectfully, you will be okay there. Follow me on X or on Twitter and also on Instagram. Thank you.